Hello and welcome everybody to a new video tutorial by Anna van Lucy Papercrafts. Today I have another little treat idea here, or it's actually a mini envelope, and I made that with our mini pocket envelope dies. These were released in last year's annual catalog, and they didn't carry over into this year's annual catalog, but they're now online exclusives. So if you type in the numbers 159167 or mini pocket envelope, if you search that in our online store, you will find them there. And they're really cool. They come with lots of different bits and pieces, but the main idea is actually the treat, mini envelope, I guess, mini pocket thing. And there's two pieces here that you can use to build a 3D bow. Then you have some labels here, rectangle, a scallop one, a stitched oval one, a little leaf. And then you have another tag here, and then you have two different pieces to, if you wanted to close it up, then you could die cut with these. So, but we'll keep it pretty simple today. And I will be using the Crafting with You stamp set, and also just one little, let me see here, the dice. Oh, I already got them out. So yeah, let me show you how to make this, and actually let me show you though. So that's what it looks like on the back, or you can make that the front, that's up to you. And I have my little, you know, homemade gift card here. Well, it's just so I have something that I can actually use the size of a, you know, your regular business card, gift card. So that's how it works. And just let me show you how to make this. We will, again, switch it up a little bit in terms of colors. So I'll put that up here and bring in my little kit that I prepared. So I already went ahead and I die cut the main shape, and I die cut a label. So we're going to be using Highland Heather, and you get, if you cut your cardstock to 5.5 by 4.25, you have a little bit of leftover here, you know, like an inch or so, but it pretty much covers the whole 4.25. So you could get 4 out of 1 sheet of cardstock, and of course you could get more out of 12 by 12 designer series paper. So let's see, which way did I have that on here? Probably that way, and that just slipped. Okay, so now actually today's project is not that complicated. I think I'm just trailing off a little bit. So anyways, I'll bring in some scrap paper here that I used for my little envelope here. And so on this one, I actually, let me bring that up. I used the flowers and stamped it, and I used both. We have like this big flower, and then there's this tiny flower. So I stamped the big bouquet first, and then I filled in with the little one. So this is shaded spruce on shaded spruce. Okay, and then I stamped it again on basic white. And yes, I went ahead and I cut my flowers apart. So I have two stamps now. So even this tiny one is now the flower itself, and then the leaves, it's two separate stamps. Okay, let's make sure my focus is there. So let's see here. Okay, so bringing in my Highland Heather, I want to do tone on tone, and I'll be using the wool. Can you see that over here? So I'll be using the wool stamp now, and we're just gonna go ahead and let's see, if I make this my front, I'll probably want it, and I'm just going to stamp it all over. Now there is no single little stamp that I would use in between, so I can stamp a little bit closer together all over my envelope here. And I'm not really turning my stamp around, I'm actually turning the cardstock. Okay, let's try and make it somewhat random. Now we're going to do this first because this might take a second to dry since we're stamping full-on color on cardstock. Okay, and then maybe, it almost looks like grapes, doesn't it? All right, so, no, that's okay. I'll bow. The ribbon will cover that up. So let me get that aside. And we'll just let that dry for a second. Now the cool thing is about this die, it's not just die cutting a really cool scalloped border up here and down here, but it's also giving you score lines, your tabs for adhesive and everything. It's all done for you. So let me put that aside and let's do our little decorations here. So I'll be stamping now, basically doing the opposite of what I stamped here. So I'll be stamping the sentiment in shaded spruce. Let's see here. I need to reink my shaded spruce, definitely. Let's see. Okay. That looks nice. And now here, like I said, I stamped the flower in 2 steps with Highland Heather and shaded spruce. Now what I would like to do on this one here, and you see, I don't know if you can tell that my fingers are all shaded spruce, inked up. I brought in some scraps of Highland Heather, shaded spruce, and Costa Cabana. Like I said, I like to stick with the color combination that we had for our card earlier this week. And now I'm just bringing in my small Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And the set of dies for the Crafting With You dies have these really lots of cool little elements, you know, crafting themed ones. So we have some hearts here. Since it says with love, I want some, I want a heart there. And then we have these really cute little buttons. So I will die cut some buttons from that, and I just want one of the hearts, but we'll just crank that through together. So let's hope it's not shaking everything too much. I know my light is shaking. Okay. Gotta make sure, of course, the one heart that I wanted got lost. And I'm going to die cut the buttons again from shaded spruce here. Let's do this. Yeah. So these are also just a perfect size. If you love making shaker cards, I could see that is a really cute idea to use, like these buttons and hearts. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. And all the bits and pieces here. Let's get that out. Okay, so let's see here. Don't need to stamp. So there's some buttons. And it's so cool because they get, of course, you get the buttonholes, they're die cut, but then it's also giving them this really neat little detail of a border. So they look really cute. So let me just get that out. So it's gone for the next project. Don't put it down, put it away, right? Okay, so let me bring in my scrap paper one more time because I want to make sure that I'm not getting ink all over myself now. So let's use our bone folder. So right now, all I'm trying to do is really just trying to make sure I'm not getting Highland Heather all over my fingers. So, and again, it's giving us the borders. So I would fold this one first. Fold your back, and then you have these little tabs here for your adhesive. Now, if you want to make this bag out of designer series paper, Just be careful with folding it, as it is a little bit, it needs a gentler touch than the cardstock. I mean, our cardstock is pretty sturdy, so. All right, and then we're gonna glue that down there. So, like I said, you could do it either way. You can have this be your front or this. Okay. Now, just make this nice and smooth. Oh gosh, somebody's having trouble with their car outside. I don't know if you heard that. So, I'll be adding some glue here. And there. So it's one piece. You just have to die cut it and you know, stamp it if you want to, or you can just leave it unstamped. And that's that. Now be careful when you add if you use liquid glue, you don't want it to squirt out of there. If it's on the outside, that's one thing, but you don't want it on the inside so your card doesn't fit. So let's see here. I'll take my little test gift card. All right. Yep, looks good. So, and you could fold this over and close it. So I don't know if my card is just getting stuck down there. Yeah. So that's as far as it would go. So I would probably then go ahead. There's no extra score line for folding this. Well, maybe, no. I feel like it's not. So I would probably just, at 1/4 inch or so, I would just make a score line that makes sure you get a nice even fold. Okay, so let's decorate. I'm going to be bringing in one of my absolute favorite ribbon. It's the gingham ribbon, black and white gingham ribbon. I think that was actually from a Halloween suite, like 2 years ago or last year. I'm not sure. So let's see here. I want my ribbon this way. Now here's a little tip. If you don't have an extra finger, I like to use our crafting tweezers that come from that are in our embossing kit. I love to use that as my extra finger because now I can make sure my ribbon is all nice and tight. So, and just pull. All right, there we go. All right, those ends are a little bit long, so we're gonna cut that. Well, I'm trying to stay on camera here. Ooh, dangerous. I almost pulled this up again. So, hold this a little bit higher. A little bit over. And just a tiny bit smaller. Okay. I promise you, this is the most difficult part. Getting your ribbon to look the way you want it to look. Okay, one end and in number 2. So this is actually, if you prepare your single steps, your pieces, this is actually a really cute and fast little gift card holder. Or, you know, you could also, like I said, there's bits and pieces in here that you can die cut holes. So you could also make it, you know, like a gift tag with a gift card inside, or just write a little extra message. So lots of possibilities to use this. Okay, so now let's bring in some dimensionals here. I am going to use one of my ends here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll just do 2 and 2. Come on. So with the wool images here, I guess this would be a really cute gift card for somebody who loves knitting or crocheting. So I wanted someone in the middle. Okay, don't overthink it. So I'm going to put that down there. Okay, and now we have our little bits and pieces here. Now I haven't prepared this, but I somewhat have an idea of what I want to do. So let's see, I want to put a heart there, and then maybe something like this. Can you tell? I'm focused. When Anna stops talking, she's focused. I just love these buttons. I thought they would just look really cute since we don't have a needle or something. But I thought maybe the buttons would be really cute. If I can decide what I want to do here, and then maybe the heart over there. What do you guys think? I don't know. Maybe the Coastal Cabana is kind of throwing me off there. Yeah, I think I like that. So what I'm going to do is make sure we got that piece. That was probably too much. I just know that was too much. Oh. Can you tell I'm not a big fan of improvising? That's just not me, and then I'm getting nervous. So just a little bit there. Come on, stay down. Let's do it the other way around. Hoping that it's not going to hit one of the buttonholes. Okay. Of course it did. All right, we just need to give it a little bit of a push there. So, anyways, I'll leave it at that. I think that's kind of cute. So, that's what if we use... No, overkill, right? So we'll just leave it at that. Because we still have our little... Oh, we're already at 20 minutes. I might have to cut this down. So, and then we got our Tinsel Jams 3-pack again. Oh, and I wanted to tell you the correct colors this time. So the pack of 3, those are Misty Moonlight, Fresh Freesia, and Lost Lagoon. And then the 4 ones, I think I was telling you the wrong colors. Those were Pretty Peacock, Blueberry Bushel, Berry Burst, and Lemon Lime Twist. So all the former in colors on the 4-pack. So yeah, but the cool thing is, if you put, like here, I used the Lost Lagoon ones now, and they actually look really nice as if they were shaded spruce. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of the fresh freesia ones on here. I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put a small one. We're going to put one on the button. Are we going to do that? Yeah, I guess. All right. I tend to never use up the embellishments, so. And I'm going to put one over here. Okay. So, again, just a cute little idea. I mean, this video only took so long because I was chatting away and trying to decide what I want to do. So, let me know, as usual, in the comments which one is your favorite. The shaded spruce one. Here, let me bring it up again. Shaded spruce. Here with a little flower. Or Highland Heather with some shaded spruce on there. Yeah, I don't think I like that. I'm going to take that off. Let's see if we can. Ah, I knew it. Just like last time, I lifted the mini glue dot. So, we're going to leave it there. You see. We're going to leave it there. Didn't even see it happening because everything was out of focus. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. And yeah, if you don't want to miss any of my future videos, I'll be happy to get your subscription to my YouTube channel. And make sure you hit that little bell so you get a notification for my next video. And thank you for tuning in. Happy crafting, and bye-bye.